Feels good to beat Fofo.
Taking more damage. Bjergsen looking for the all-in stun lands, and there it is.
Nicely played there from Bjergsen.
It seems like Faker has some different plans for this 1v1 tournament.
I feel like Faker's kind of messing with him at this point.
Making his one CS. They're going to go in for the mano. Oh, mano. An exhaust down. A barrier pop of that. But Faker will get the final save.
제가 좋은 1대 상대가 있어서 저희 팀에 많이 연습해서 가면 괜찮을 것 같습니다.
I wish I had a good 1v1 practice teammate like PraY. I have Mike Young and Hotzer.
뭐 제가 작년에도 마타 선수한테 떨어졌거든요. 그래서 서포터 선수긴 한데 최대한 방심 안 하고 준비하는 게 제일 좋을 것 같아요.
我之前也是打中路，虽然是5年前了，但我还是有点自信的。对对对。
辅助选手的优势其实就是别人就比较猜不透吧，我觉得。
Oh, the minions are unfrozen. They're chasing Ace. He's going to die to those ranged minions. He doesn't do anything. Just stand back.
As his new minions get the kill.
Oh my god.
大家都真的非常强，就是一个小小的细节，如果漏掉的话，你可能就会输。
So close to BSCT. Just need to kill a few more minions. I think he's got it. Looking for the creep. He is going to grab it. 1 CS difference.
Get it.
He's going. No, that's too far. Oh, he's very close. He got it. Oh my god, Jisoo.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back for the 1v1 tournament. It's day 2, and I am Isaac Azale Cummings-Bentley, joined by all we could scrounge together from another relegated region. It is Martin Deficio Lunga.
Yeah, sadly, EU and NA both knocked out. But again, it's all about the 1v1.
It's solidarity.
Exactly. And there's still some players left in the 1v1 small regions that can still win. Not in the first game here, though. We got SwordArT versus PraY, so that's going to be super exciting.
Yeah, it should be pretty good. I mean, we have an AD carry. We have the only remaining support in the actual bracket. There was only 2 to start with. So it should be pretty interesting to see how he's going to be able to do. Mako actually, did move on. He's going to be playing.
I mean, he's a carry
later
anyway,
on.
so it doesn't really count
right
there. You're right. But SwordArT actually said something interesting. He said he used to be a mid laner 5 years ago, so kind of expecting a mid lane pick from him in this one. We obviously know PraY is going to play an AD carry.
Yeah, exactly. And for those of you that do need a reminder, here are the rules for winning a 1v1. You either have to be the player to get 100 last hits, you have to achieve first blood, or destroy a turret before your opponent. Those are the 3 ways you can win. We have been seeing more, I would say, kind of try-hard 1v1 so far this year compared to last year. There's less people looking for all-ins. There's more of the
mirror matches,
CS
not
wins
so much.
and these sorts of things. Yeah, we haven't had any mirror matchups yet, but we have seen already one support player playing the mid lane champions. Mako did do very well with his year.
And we have to remember again that each coach had to pick 2 players from his team that could actually play the 1v1 tournament. It's not every single player in here. So you want to make sure you are representing your team in your region properly. I think that's actually the reason we're getting more serious 1v1s and not just, you know, mirror matches left and right. There's not Mata playing all kinds of crazy stuff.
You don't want to piss off any teammates who might have wanted to participate as well.
Exactly. Again, here it's hard if you are PraY and Faker. A lot of pressure on you on the Korean side. Faker already won his game, and he's going to play against Bjergsen later. PraY again, heavy favorite going into this one against a support player. But again, that's the scary thing, because one little special pick that you have in mind that works really well for you, and one all-in you don't expect, and bam, you lose.
Yeah, and like he said, he lost to a support player before.
Exactly.
He actually lost to Mata. I mean, Mata knocked out Faker in the Yasuo 1v1, I do believe.
And Mata was pretty
last year.
crazy.
He
So-
was pretty insane, and Frozen just got knocked out by a support player.
First ban from PraY, and it makes sense. Karma is strong in the 1v1, but I also feel it is a little bit of disrespect because it is against support. You're like, yeah, you can just play support.
Tom Kench as well.
Tom Kench as well. I think SwordArT is going to play mage.
Yeah, I could definitely see it. I mean, AD carries as well. A lot of these guys do off-roll in solo queues, so sometimes they are pretty experienced.
Kalista, no surprise, take that away from PraY. Obviously, the hard thing when you play against an AD carry in the 1v1 tournament is that he tends to have 4 to 5 different AD carries he can pick and actually do really well with.
Draven, Kalista, Varus, even MF. There's a lot. You really can't ban them all out.
Well, 3 AD carries gone in this one. Draven is still there. Lucian, I still think, is probably the best to go for.
Lucian would be pretty strong. We have seen, a number of different approaches. We've actually been seeing quite a different amount of champions. Pantheon is available. Nasus we saw come out from Faker. He made that look very good, but it was against a Varus.
Yeah.
And I did feel like Vert played it pretty defensively and kind of allowed himself to be poked out.
Yeah, there's a lot more all-in potential for Illusion because you have a dash. You can actually get in the face of this Nasus here and even chase him down. And the Varus can't really do that. If Nasus runs away from you, well, the fight is kind of over. And it's not a mage specifically, but it's probably still AP Nasus, so kind of counts.
Yeah, we're expecting him to do Emax to try to poke him out, and I'm very interested to see how PraY actually wants to try to handle this, if he is going to try to really pressure SwordArT, because the Spirit Fire does have a pretty long cooldown. You can actually try to go aggressive to try to push him out, because if you let Nasus control the wave, like, it's going to be hard to really win on farm, I think.
We also have to remember the attack speed slow from Nasus is less impactful against Lucian because so much is about his passive use, where he just use ability to get the double tap. And I actually think in this one here, PraY with the Lucian pick, also being an AD carry, even more, I feel like, in his favor going into the 1v1. But of course, SwordArT, if he's actually able to maybe outfarm him, he can win that way.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Faker do it just yesterday. I'm sure he's going to be looking for a similar strategy. It is going to be press the attack against Ares, so this is not fleet footwork or anything as far as the more defensive masteries for the AD carry. This is obviously trying to use Lucian passive, trying to put on more damage, and you kind of have to commit to the longer trades to actually get anything out of that.
So we have to see if actually he gets poked down and what else he's picked in his runes, if there's other sustain coming in from him, because obviously with SwordArT, the thing he can do is poke. His all-in requires the Lucian to stop moving, basically. Otherwise, he's not really going to be able to stick to him.
So PraY took Zombie Ward, and
don't take Zombie Ward in a 1v1 map where you can't place any wards.
He has Zombie Ward and Presence of Mind, which I'm not sure really how effective those two masteries are going to do. I mean, those don't even do anything.
So Presence of Mind makes a little bit of sense. Basically, when you level up, for 5 seconds, you get your mana back that you're spending. And obviously, in 1v1s, when you are poking a lot, you do spend a lot of mana. So in this case here, PraY is relying on the fact that he's going to get a lot of early level ups here, level 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. And he has 5 seconds window where he can go all in and not actually lose any mana on it. So
you know what else gives you mana? Mana Flow Band.
Yeah?
Yeah, you could have gone Sorcery Secondary.
But now we're going to get the level up from PraY into the all in. And then he can use the zombie. Never mind, he can't use the zombie. Man, why would
It actually makes no sense. But
maybe he misclicked.
On the other side, SwordArT is going to be going for the Resolve secondary. He has Iron Skin. He has Second Wind. That is pretty expected. We were talking about this a little bit where we kind of were thinking that Futures Market is actually probably just better than a lot of the other secondary trees because even early in the game, you're likely going to be able to go around 150 gold into dead. And 3 extra potions is actually such a big deal in the 1v1 when you're thinking about the total health gain from that.
Also, one thing SwordArT picked up in this one is absolute focus. Something we don't see very often. Basically, when you are above 70% HP, you deal, or you get some more stats and you can actually deal a little bit more damage. So he's relying on walking in to PraY with almost full HP on this Nasus and then just like fire that extra poke damage in his face and just try and get him low enough. And again, PraY's not running with a lot of sustain in this game, and that could be a problem for him.
Yeah, we'll see if it does come into play. For now, though, SwordArT has actually been missing a lot of the farm. He's already down 6-7 CS at this point, and we've seen so far in a lot of the games, if you fall like 10 behind, CSing almost doesn't really become an option as a victory. So you do kind of get forced into trying to look for those all-in kills.
And that really sucks when you're playing the poke champion, who actually just wants to win on farm or win by poking you, so you go back to base and you can't actually kill the Nasus. In this case, here, SwordArT will not have the same luxury Faker had, where he was basically controlling the 1v1 for most of it. PraY is currently sitting in a good situation.
Yeah, and the early vamp, I think, makes a lot of sense. If your opponent's Victor really is to poke you out, you get a little bit more sustain, grab a couple more potions. So we can see Reckless looking on.
Seeing what's going on here.
Maybe get a couple tips here, you know.
I mean, what happened last year was a lot of people in the start were playing a lot of different champions, but then suddenly we started seeing like Lucian and these other AD carries a lot, and everyone wanted to suddenly play them. And then Yasuo was also in there.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the Zoe versus Zoe. I want to see it at least once. I think that would be hype.
I mean, it would definitely be hype. Would it be very good? Different question. SwordArT not really able to hit a massive AoE skill shot onto PraY. All in.
It's looking pretty good for PraY, honestly. The exhaust is already over. He still has his.
And press the attack is on SwordArT right now. He's taking so much damage.
Just like that, Nasus not working out there. A forced sword art. PraY is going to be able to best him pretty comfortably.
That was too easy.
Yeah.
Honestly, like the Nasus would miss the massive skill shot, and PraY just walked in, stole his heal, and I think SwordArT kind of
Zombie
realized.
ward should have popped up from Nasus' corpse.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think that's why PraY won, actually. The zombie ward did it for him.
Yeah, gave him the extra vision he needed.
Well, in the end, SwordArT probably realized he was losing on farm and kind of had to try and go for an all-in, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe wait till 6, though. I mean, the Nasus ultimate's pretty strong.
I agree. PraY looking good. Looking good. I think still Lucian is an AD carry. You probably should just ban away in these games. He's so good 1v1.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely is really strong. A lot of people perhaps maybe more worried about some of the poke champs, but here is the all-in. PraY, I mean, it's looking like he is pretty low on health, but the fact that the exhaust has already expired at this point, SwordArT is pretty far up. The exhaust to follow. PraY waits out the barrier, dashes in. Easy peasy. Nicely done there from him. And he's going to be moving on to play the winner of Reckless versus Zeitnot, which will be coming
More AD carries.
up next.
That is the next one, yeah. We have so many AD carries now. Because obviously, again, if you have a 1v1 tournament and you are a smart coach, you pick your AD carry to go represent your team.
Why not the top laner?
Because
What you got against top laners?
I mean, so right now, what are you going to play top lane? Nasus? We've already seen that once. What are you going to do against Lucian?
What about Gnar? You know, get in there on some Gnar, maybe some
I
Ornn.
guess you could.
Maybe you could get in
We had a
on
Tom
the
Kench
Ornn.
ban in
We
this
did,
game.
Yeah.
So,
Pantheon has a top lane pick.
That's fine.
It's been getting banned out.
Everyone can play Pantheon. There's no skill shots on this champion. It is so
What about
easy.
the E? What if you aim back?
That's not a real skill. Okay.
What about
sure.
the ultimate, huh?
Does that really count? It's like this big. You can't miss
I mean,
it.
you can still miss.
Takes up the entire lane.
I have seen teammates miss.
Okay, fair enough. There are a few skill shots
There you go.
on Pantheon.
High skill champion.
Just play Lucian if you can in 1v1s. It is truly amazing. We just saw PraY as well. Like, the all-in, he gets press the attack almost instantly. There's like a ton of bonus damage as well, and Nasus can't do anything.